You can create communities inside Tekmatix, unlimited. They can be paid communities, they can be free communities, they can be public, or they can be private. You can create communities that people access as part of a membership, as a membership in its own right, to go alongside one of your courses, coaching programs. Maybe you're running a summit and you want everyone inside that community to be part of the summit where they can all chat, network, and get information. Basically, these communities look and feel like Facebook groups. So, as an example, I have a demo one here for the Legends Lab. Basically, what you will find inside the communities area is a completely customizable group setting. You have what's called a discussion area here where anyone can leave a post, they can upload images, videos, attachments, they can add their emojis and GIFs, and they can even choose what channel they want that particular post to belong to. So for example, over here, if any of you have ever used Slack, you could create what's basically called categories. Think of channels like categories where, for instance, if you're running this like a summit, you might have a category for meet your speakers. You might have a category if this is to do with a membership, to do with the type of topics that you have here. Maybe you have a particular area or space, which is called a channel, where everyone can introduce each other and network, or job share requests. I don't know, you can use these communities for all kinds of reasons. But I want to just show you a little bit of what goes on behind here, and also want to point out that your students can access your community from their app on their mobile phone as well, which you get as part of having a Tekmatix account. So you can see there's a number of different features that are available over inside your dashboard. You have, first of all, as I've said, the discussion and any topic areas, chat areas, community areas, room areas, group areas over here. You also have a leaderboard. You can turn on leaderboards here, and it will show you who has been the most active in your group. So this is a feature that you can just switch on in the settings area, and that's a really cool way to get people engaging in your community. It will show the number of members, the number of posts. You can invite members right here, and in your settings area, this is where you can change your group name. You can make a custom URL and description for the group, choose whether it's public or private. You can choose whether this is free or a paid community, choose all of your branding. These are the cover images, the logos, that little favicon at the top that people can see, and so much more. You also can choose the theme, the color on the back. You also, by the way, students who are viewing this can change it to light mode or dark mode, but you can also set it as a default behind the scenes here. If this was an open group, you can set membership questions just like you can for Facebook groups. Maybe you want people to drop their email address first or answer some questions first. You also can create gamification. That's with this leaderboard over here. And you can even add rewards for people who reach certain levels or statuses inside that leaderboard, which is super fun. You can add all kinds of links here. So you might have links to your social media channels. You might have links to your courses. You might have links to any special offers you've got, book a call with you, and so much more. Okay, so I'm going to come out of that bit. The next thing I want to show you is the sub menu headings along the top here. You have what's called learning. This is where the students who have bought courses from you will actually be able to see their courses from not only this portal area, but also on their mobile app when they log in as well. They're going to be able to see all of the discussions. If they have the notifications turned on for their community, they will get in-phone notifications too. But this learning area will also allow them to quickly jump in and start watching their training, whether they're on the desktop or whether they are on the app, which is awesome. Here you can see all of your members, and the cool thing about your members is when everyone joins, they can basically create their own profile over here. So you can see when I log in, I can go to my profile picture on the top right hand side, and this is how it works for your students. Press edit profile, and this allows me to go in and upload my profile picture, change my name and details. I can add descriptions of myself. This is where I can change my password and login information, connect all of my social media channels. So this is why it's really good for using this for networking. We've got a lot of clients who use their community area as networking groups. And also, if you've got certificates turned on in your courses, your students can actually see their certificates that they've obtained from you here as well. Now, we also have in this little waffle over here, your students can see their courses from there as well. I'm just going to click back to home. Please excuse my croaky voice today, just recovering from a cold. Let's go back to the home dashboard. Final step here is obviously just showing you again, but there's that leaderboard so that everyone can see that if you've chosen to turn that on, of course. So you can completely customize this, by the way. You can change the colors, you can change all of the branding. And what I'm going to do right now is actually make a pretend demo Tekmatix community that I'm going to make public so that you guys can come and join it and have a play around in it. It's going to be a sandbox Tekmatix community. So I really want to reiterate here, this is not going to be a support channel of any kind, okay? So I must reinforce that. This community I'm going to create now is not where you go to get support. It will not be manned by our support team. It is purely going to be a play location for our users to go in and have a muck around and see the experience, what it looks and feels like for one of your students, so that you can get an idea of what it will feel like for your student's perspective. Remember, to get help yourself, if you need support, you're simply going to click on this button on the bottom right hand side of your screen. You can either click on the help section here, and we have step-by-step screenshot tutorials on how to do everything and anything right here inside this help section. If you can't find the answers to your questions, you can simply click on chat, and that will open up a live chat with a real human being. And boom, Jay's there straight away. I'm going to actually close that. And this is where you can get live help 24 hours a day from a real human being. If you can't get help there we go. Jay's replying already. You can go to our support page on our website, and you can actually book a call, a paid call with one of our tech experts. We do also have free calls every single day that you can join along and bring all of your questions to and get demos for as well. So there's lots of different ways for you to get support. This Tekmatix community group is not it. This is just for you to play. All right. So you're going to go into, when you want to create your own communities, you're going to click on courses and memberships and go to communities. We're going to press create a group and give it a group name. So let's type in our name here. Call this a play community. Now you can choose your own URL over here. So let's call this tech test community and a group description. So you only have a few characters to pop in here. Now next, you've got your branding for your community. So the favicon, that's this teeny tiny little icon up here. It tells you here exactly what size your images and your features, your uploads need to be. To do that, for instance, you would just go into Canva. Let me take you inside a Canva account right now and show you how to do this if this is new to you. So this says it needs to be a maximum of 16 by 16 px. Okay, favicon, remember, it's just going to be a teeny tiny icon, so make it very simple. You don't want anything complicated here. We're going to press custom size, and the width was 16 by 16. Yep, and it's saying it must be at least 40. Okay, all right, that's going to be interesting. Let's see what it does then. 40 by 40 and create new design. And it's going to open up our little square. And then from there, you can go in and add your little logo. So I have already added my branding over here. Select brand kit. It's going to give me my Tekmatix icons. So let me use that one. You want to stretch this all the way to the edges because it's only going to fill up that little tiny square space. All right, make sure it's nice and central. We're going to press share and download as a PNG with a transparent background. The reason why you want a transparent background is so it doesn't have a white block around it. Press download. Now we've got that. Let's go back up to our favicon, press upload, and there's our little favicon. Now, cover image. What's the cover image? We've got a couple of different things here. There's the logo and the cover image. Let's have a look at what this means. The logo is what's going to go here. And the cover image is, if I go back to home, it's this one here. That's the cover image. So our cover image, recommend an aspect ratio of 16:9, which is, or max 200 by 200 px. So cover image, this is where we're going to want to, for instance, go in and press File, Create a Design, Custom Size. And this is that cover image that's going to go on your community area. You're going to want to make it match all your branding. I'm going to add in my logo. Let's just do a plain Tekmatix so it's really nice. And remember, you want to fill this whole space, okay? And then I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of space, that to be easily viewable. And I'm going to make that simple and white. And we want to make that line spacing a little bit closer. And there we have it, okay? So it's something super simple in there. Then we're going to go share and download as a PNG. And we don't want this to be a transparent background. We want the whole picture. Go. back to our community, cover image, upload. Aspect ratio must be 16:9. Oh no, what do we do in this situation? No problemo. We're going to do magic resize, and we're going to, where's our custom size? Custom size, we want to magic resize it to 16:9. See if it'll let us do that. There we go. 16:9. Continue. I'm going to copy and resize that. Open. All right, that's a bit better, isn't it? Share, download as a JPEG or a PNG, doesn't actually matter. Back over here, let's try again. There's our new one, and that one's worked. Beauty. And then a little logo. So let's now upload a logo. Alrighty, you do have to log in to your group as you so that the system knows that it's you logging in. So you can do that straight from your communities area here. Press login. It actually usually will remember you from that point onwards after you've logged in for the first time. But once you are, this is where you can go in. This is where you can do your settings, change all of the details, the titles, the description, set it to public, private, go in, change your branding. If you didn't like the way any of it is presenting, for instance, when I went to look at this page here, I don't like the way that logo looks. I could go in here and just now play around with all of that and make it look how I want it to look. I can also now go and invite people. I could go in here and press copy link, give this link directly to people and say, come and join the community, or I could invite individual people. By the way, you can also set this as an automation inside workflows. You can literally go and tag a whole group of people and then say add to a group or invite to a group. And that can also be done via an automation. Just FYI. Again, if you need any help, make sure you do go into this little question mark. That's what that's called. Question mark on the bottom right of your screen. And you can go to live chat. You can go to the help section, and everything you need, trust me, is in there if you need any help at all. So there we go. That is the basics of setting up a community. Your students, as I said, do have a option to download an app for your community. That's training isn't in this particular section right now. Inside your settings over here, this is where you can connect your community to your own domain. So here you can connect your own domain. Please don't change that after you've handed it out. Otherwise, people aren't going to be able to get into your community anymore. But remember, you can hire one of our tech experts from as little as $50 from our support page on our website. If you just want to jump on a call with somebody and get them to hold your hand, Zoom screen share with you, and actually do this with you and for you on the call, that's always going to be your quickest and fastest way to get anything done. Absolute bargain. Happy teching.